dad.
I see where you get that.
Yeah. This whole time I've been farting.
Better miss me with that bullshit. Better miss me with that bullshit. Better miss me with that bullshit. Close your eyes. I still won't.
Sorry. Don't sound like Elmo. Like somebody possessed Elmo.
I'm gonna make one that's like oriented at going all to your YouTube clicks. So it's literally gonna be one that's based on traffic.
Okay,
And I'm
cool.
gonna do another one that's based on engagement. So it's like for people to share and like and comment. This is blowing up like something I've never seen before. So like even rate. So that's insanity.
That's
yeah, let's blow this
that
up.
is that's really good news, and I gotta tell you, I don't get very much good news. Lexa, play Lexa Terrestrial, Volume 10.
No food for you.
Volume 5. Wait, turn it.
Lexa Terrestrial, some existential, thought-provoking, boner-inducing.
All you Italians fucking everything up. Let's get it. Okay, we gotta start the day. We really do. I know. I don't ever feel like going out. As much as I like to perform, like I love it when it just like ends, you know? You're home, you're like, I did it, you know? I could just like eat, watch Netflix, flick my bean, whatever.
You know what time it is? Go see that vitamin. I'm going out to say.
He sings really high. He's a great singer.
There's a spark of magic in your eyes.
It's gonna be his show now. It's his documentary. I told you.
It's John. Oh, my.
My dad made this rap about PennDOT. I mean, obviously, if you're from Pittsburgh, you know the potholes are a huge situation that everybody hates. So he made a rap way back in like '95, and I was a little baby, and he would rap this to me. So take it away.
Okay, here it goes. For all of those who use 28, the pothole started to germinate. Driving down the road, I had a sway. I hit a pothole, and now I got to pay. And when the road begins to rot, don't call me, just call PennDOT. I ain't here to cause no scuffle. I'm just here to do the 28 shuffle.
You get it now. I wonder if I should put some tofu in it.
Killer tofu.
Killer tofu. Yeah, I knew that
Killer
was
Frick,
You
that's
knew that
awesome.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
coming.
See, not see, I need to.
Here you go, you can do it. Everybody was tofu fighting.
Wow.
See now, when did you first notice Mel's talent?
Oh God!
Or
When she was young.
The plastic melted on the stove.
Oh no.
Sorry, this is humor.
Well, I noticed her talent when she was young because she used to dance. She was like little. She was in church. She used to dance. She used to go in circles and stuff like that. And she would sing.
Hip-hop dancing.
Yeah, she would dance in church, which was kind of nice when she was like 2 or 3 years old. And so I noticed that. And then she was, and then she bought this. She got this mixer software that she would do software stuff for her school for her talent show. They used to have a dance routine, and so she would mix the music and do the like dubbing it in and everything. So that's when I noticed she really had a thing for music. Oh, come
His
on.
nasty toenails. His
Yeah.
personality.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so pretty much like
Yeah.
people tell me I look like my mom, but I act like my dad. And
I see that.
I'd like to think I'm like a mixture of them both, but he's a good dad. I'm blessed, like, because I have good parents. I need water so bad.
I bet to grab water. Nathan.
I need water so bad.
I bet to grab water.
You want to introduce yourself to the documentary?
Absolutely.
Tell them what you've done for hip-hop.
Hey, peace and love. My name is Paradise Gray. They call me the architect of X Clan.
and I'm from New York, but I live in Pittsburgh now. I'm the chief curator of the Universal Hip-Hop Museum that's being built in the Bronx. And I have one of the greatest hip-hop memorabilia collections and archives that's owned privately in the world. As a matter of fact, I'm ready to walk her around the corner and show her some of it.
Got some of my idols there.
Walk me over to my crib right here,
Alright.
and then I'll walk y'all over to the air.
As long as you get my ass back by 7.
We'll be here in 2 minutes.
So I linked up with Paradise Gray, and not only is he a Pittsburgh hip-hop legend, but he's also a New York hip-hop legend. And New York is where I used to live for a few years. Me and Paradise Gray, way back when I first started, we actually did a show together at the August Wilson Center. Although I'm a bit new school, I've dove deep into some of the greats. And I had the opportunity to actually open up for Bone Thugs when I was in New York. I remember it was a massive snowstorm. Not that many people were there. We had space heaters upstairs trying to keep us warm. And I was trying to rap fast like Crazy Bone, but he just totally owned me and completely wrecked me. I also hosted parties with Ghostface Killah, and I just loved everything about New York because it was the mecca of the greats. And anytime I'd ride the J train, I'd think of Marcy Avenue, where Jay-Z grew up, or living in Queens down the street from where Nas and Mobb Deep hung out. Paradise Gray has a ton of art in his studio, photos of hip-hop legends, KRS-One, LL Cool J. He even has some of friends who do a lot of things involving music around the city. So it was really good to see all that and kind of encompass all of that into this documentary, because it is the living, breathing entity that has glued Pittsburgh together for me. One thing I loved about Paradise Gray was that he's always been so open to reaching out to the community in regards to music, and just was so loving to every single person he met. He's a very collaborative person, and I was very inspired by that.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's your name? How you doing? Great. I do a thing called Photo Voice. It's like art therapy, and like that whole thing is just like a community, like social justice, like therapeutic, like deal. Okay?
I would love to do something with you.
Yeah, I'm Caitlin.
Nice to meet you, Caitlin. Just anytime you want to link up with me, just go to the air and say, look, I want to link up with Paradise Gray. And they'll connect you to me.
Awesome.
All right?
I'm so
All right, peace and love.
Okay.
Hey, right here.
I can't believe I got that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And I can't believe I just got that. All that.
I know, right?
I got all that. Like, yeah.
You will know that I am extremely jealous of Deutschtown and the work that
Hey.
You getting good pictures today?
Ah, plenty. I got a lot of good shit.
I bet.
All right, this is the third color or the second color?
Third one.
All
So
right.
I printed yellow and I printed pink.
So
Now this
And
is
so
the
here
blue.
and so here the orange. That's where the yellow and the pink overlap.
Here we go.
Yeah. So here this.
Okay, where the hell did my chair go?
Do it.
Well, I love where I live, and anytime I get too hot, I just bounce right in the crib.
Oh God, you're so lucky.
Chin technology.
No, we were talking about this. Alan wants to print out some stuff.
Well, he's getting ready to learn. These are his teachers.
I have people do it for me. I just make the designs, but
Uh-huh.
I'm very visual. Very visual.
You can totally learn how to print.
Aw, you're beautiful too. You're cutie too. Oh, I want to see how this turned out. Oh shit! Oh
All right.
shit!
Do you see we get some green where it like overlaps?
Yeah, dope.
And I did like this version earlier.
This is so cool.
Oh, okay. Ooh, dope.
Thanks.
Yeah. My dude.
And how long did that take you to like print all that out?
I started at like noon.
Okay.
So this probably took like a couple hours or something. So these are the same blocks, but I just swapped all the colors. I was like, oh, okay, I saw this, so now I'll try, what if I print yellow on the pink or whatever, you know what I mean?
I like
So,
the pink and the purple.
thanks. Yeah, I don't know which version I like.
One-eyed
They're both just
snake.
kind of
I
different.
like both. Yeah, they're dope.
I'm doing a bunch of these, so you can pick one if you want once I do all the different versions.
Cool. I'd love to have something.
I had to get some of that B-roll.
Oh my God! Where do you history? Look at this.
My history starts with my mommy. first DJ and my first program director.
Nice.
I call my mom the mother of hip hop because my first crate of records when I started DJing came from the living room.
You know Felon.
Of course, that's
Yeah,
my
that's
dude.
my dude too. I like him. He was the one that told me Melody, you have to work.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, alright.
Mix of DX. I
Keith Haring?
took it at the Palladium.
Oh my god, that's Keith Haring. What the? Oh
You ain't
man.
saying that. I love Keith. Wiz Khalifa's first mixtape.
Huh? Is that
That's
Keith
me.
Haring?
That's me.
Excellent. Yeah.
And that's a hip hop tribute to Keith Haring that I did.
Yeah.
That's Sweet Tea and Jazzy Joyce, Finesse and Sinquist at Latin Quarters. That's Jam Master J and Keith Haring.
That's.
All of them.
Were you ever at Studio
At
54?
Studio
Yeah, nice.
Hello,
Oh.
everyone. Good. And these images right here are my own paintings.
You
I
did
painted
those?
those. Yeah. How y'all doing? Good. How y'all like the collection?
Checking out.
Yeah, man.
This is 40 years of my life.
That's a Mike.
Well spent. Oh, hey, look.
This guy painted this to me in 1990. I met him at the Jacob Javits Center on 34th Street in New York.
Yeah.
I never saw him again for 25 years, right? And one day I was on Twitter and I saw a guy with that image as his Twitter image. And I tweeted him like, yo.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me from the X-Men cover.
No, that is you, but was the guy on Twitter the guy that did it?
Yeah.
Are you
And he was like, oh, I haven't seen that painting in years, you know, but it might still be in my attic or my basement or something. I'll look out for it for you. So I said, cool. He called me about 3 months later and said, hey, I found it in the attic. You can have it for $250. I was like, shit, I can't afford $250 for a painting right now. But hold on to it for me.
Plus, it was just in the attic, so come on.
And then I ran into a friend of mine who had just graduated from Penn State, who had used me to write his hip hop thesis. So I co-wrote his thesis with him, and he graduated as a professor, a doctorate, right? And he came to talk to my kids in my after-school program, and he was like, oh, guess what? You know, a friend of mine from high school, he painted a picture of you, and it was that guy. What's the chances?
What the
And I told him, I said, yeah, dude told me I could have a painting for $250, but I can't afford that.
Yeah,
He was
right.
like, okay, cool. 2 weeks later,
You sent it.
UPS knocked on my door, handed me a package, I opened it, it was that painting. He bought it and sent it to me. I was like, oh my God, that was so dope.
That's sick.
Isn't that incredible?
I love your son.
Can I interrupt really quick, if you don't mind?
Oh, sure.
C3PO.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out.
Karis.
Where did I saw it?
Tupac?
It was at the science. And I got
Biggie.
R2D2 Rock from,
Beastie Boys.
remember the TV series?
Terrestrial Hip-Hop Existential.
They had that robot. They had all of they had the whole robot collection. Sure. So I'm like,
B-Boy, Knowledge.
I'm like Warhol with a digital camera.
Yeah.
If I see something that catch my eye, that's real pop,
Yeah, you just.
I have to nail it.
Yeah.
That is Run DMC.
My bad.
Look, KRS-One, Scott LaRock, and look at D Nice, how young he was. Running LL in the studio. I mean, just ridiculous.
Bonix, that's my
at
boy.
the Shadow Lounge. Look at this picture. Eli,
Johnny Gale.
Scott LaRock, LL, KRS-One, and Dougie Fresh at Madison Square Garden. My organization painted this with a group of kids. This is me right here with X-Clan. That picture's by Ernie Panacioli, the '1 photographer in hip hop. He did a book called Who Shot You?
Who shot? I remember
One of my
that.
best friends.
It came out what, 94? Yeah, 94?
Yep.
See, like, this is like a lot of things that people don't know about Pittsburgh.
Look, those are the original photos that we used to make that cover with.
Wow.
Nobody in the world has a photo like that but me.
Oh.
Scott LaRock, KRS-One, and MC Shan in the middle of the battle. Hip hop's greatest beat.
Felder. They let me listen to hip hop. I was so happy they did. I would be on my swing set as a little girl, rapping a Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. And everyone was like, what is she doing? What the hell is this little girl doing? But glad. Your pop is my life. I know.
Save mine, boy.
I know. It's probably even more your life than mine.
Yeah, I was in the streets of New York, you know what I mean? You know, I had good parents at home. Hip-hop was my parent in the street.
Now it's showtime for me, and a lot of shows, especially smaller ones, I like to think of them as experiments and practice so I can experiment my new material and see how it goes over. And I gotta say, so many of my friends and fans came out, bought merch, and turned up in Arnold's Tea. It was so amazing. I really enjoyed it. Especially because I was having severe anxiety and breathing problems. Like, I was really having a hard time breathing. It felt like I was just drowning. So the fact that I could get through a 60-minute set really kind of proved to me that I'm going to be okay.
I want you guys to get weird in here. Like, don't be afraid to get weird in here or loud. I'm a professional at that. My name is Lexa Terrestrial. I'm a female rapper from Pittsburgh.
All these hoes wanna be summertime.
This is called Nightmares on Paper. If you want to check out the video, or any of my videos, they're on YouTube. I had a cop ask me, "You're not bombing the place, right?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. The Deutschtown bomber." No. Oh, I loved
KOD album.
Kids on Drugs, Killing Our Demons, King
Yeah,
Overdose.
well, whatever the album stand for.
This is what you
Kevin's Heart.
Kinda-
No,
okay.
Kevin's Heart. That's my.
Don't need nothing on the side.
But wait, I wish like yeah.
He
When I
sings
said
like
you,
Kevin Hart though, does he like not kind of sound like Kevin?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does he kind of sound like?
but
Kevin
like
Hart?
what's crazy is when I sent you that, when I sent that beat on Instagram to y'all, and I'm like, not knowing I made a beat kind of like Kevin Hart.
It does.
Yo.
My eyes pointed that out. It
Yeah.
does a little bit, does it not?
It
sounds
does.
Like, it's got the same vibe. It's got the
It
same
has.
vibe.
I was like, and I wasn't. Funny thing is, wasn't listening to the song.
Yeah, I know.
At all.
It's like a collective
I'm
conscious.
like, let me post it to see if this really sounds like
Did you
that.
see the video?
I love it.
Of course you
I
did.
love it because it's a different song.
And this song too, like nobody would expect from me.
But it's the fact that you sample Spider Girl.
Yeah,
And Lando.
I wanted to do an album where I sampled the Spice Girls.
What's funny is Lando has been asking me for months.
Lando Ash?
Yes.
Okay, what?
He's like, dude. He's like, can you do a beat with sampling I Wanna Be? I'm like,
If you wanna be my lover, you have got to.
I think he just wants. I'm like, do you know how hard that is to like chop that to that? If you wanna be my lover.
That's a good idea.
But like the thing is, you gotta find like the perfect space so you can chop it up.
I know.
You know what
and
I mean?
It has to, and then you have to find the BPM.
Exactly. I know.
Sometimes you
Well,
have
I
to
know what the
stretch
BPM is.
Sometimes you have to stretch it and whatnot. And my GarageBand for some reason doesn't let me stretch.
Well, I use FL Studios. So.
Love Fruity Loops. That's why I don't sample things. I have to get other people to do it because
Yeah.
I can't. Like that's why I went to Roscoe because he's the king of sampling things.
I know.
I produced this, but it's like an electronic like dream pop track.
Breathing in all the colors of your skin. I can't close my eyes. I can't close my eyes. No, I really don't care where you spend our time as long as your heart keeps resonating with mine. You know I'll be alright if you're forever mine. Boy, you got me like forever and a day. When the sky's dark and when the clouds are gray. Boy, you got me like forever and a day.
Wanted to do like kind of a harmonized R&B, but like dream pop electronic.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna start doing that now, and it's gonna be like, oh damn it! Like,
But you know what?
doesn't
The funny
matter.
thing is, how much you want? I bet they don't, because
Good,
they're probably
I
not
hope
gonna
they
get.
don't. I know what you mean.
Oh, I want to make something like that, but I don't know how to. You know what I mean? Because like you know how there's certain
But
songs.
we do because we invented from the underground.
Exactly.
Hey, Courtney, ready? It's Brittany, bitch.
Oh, Ram. No.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm
Next time on Existential Crisis.
Wanna park my ass right next to the garden hat. Open about to go wave shit. Throw up and out of your face.
Can I just be like everybody else?
You got your own issues, you got your own demons you gotta fight.
maybe I have cancer.
Might have HIV. What's your...
This is a great conversation to have with
No, I
somebody
had-
that's a hypochondriac.
I need to do this. What if I don't make it? I always just kill myself. It's so much easier. You never get it. Always opt out of life. You should kill yourself. You can always kill yourself. You're never gonna be good enough. You can always kill yourself. You're never gonna be good enough. You're better behind a screen. Too late. Powerful enough. You need to be thin. You need to be successful. No one's gonna love you. No one's gonna love you forever. What am I gonna do with my life? Why don't you text me? You need to be too weird looking. You're too weird. Period. No one's gonna accept you as an idea. You're better behind a screen. You're not powerful enough. What to do? Try to everything. Just kill yourself. I'm trying to get on this song. Why is it so much easier for guys? Why is it so hard for me? Because I'm so weak. Why am I so weak? Text me. Why am I so behind? Why don't you text me? What the fuck am I gonna do? Why is it so hard for me? Is my mom right here? I want things working out. What if I don't make it? Not powerful enough. Opt out of life.